So, unfortunately today, with the Trump administration, the Signal story, it's still a top headline. There were some big questions to be answered when the story broke on Monday. And due to the poor response from our intelligence chiefs at yesterday's hearing, they created more questions than they answered. Now, I don't blame the president for this or the White House staff, but they're now in the unenviable position of having to answer for their team's mistake. And that's what this was. It was a mistake. It wasn't intentional or nefarious or some scandal, as some would like to call it. It was a mistake, and even as Secretary Rubio acknowledged, a big one. Now, as a governor who has sat as chief executive, I do understand the responsibility of clear messaging in a time of crisis. I do believe the American public would have been ready to move on by now if those responsible had just owned 100% of this from the beginning. On Monday, I think we're headed in the right direction. And it was the president himself who said that they would investigate how it happened, get to the bottom of what actually happened to ensure it doesn't happen again. Great. This was the right messaging from the White House. Until Secretary Hegseth moved the conversation from what happened to what the hell. He went after Goldberg by using the word hoax. Bad move. Look, Goldberg is a liberal, partisan journalist, undeniably so, but it doesn't make him wrong. And that was followed up with testimony claiming the information wasn't classified. Now, maybe that was correct on a technical basis, but everyone in America looked at those texts. They had detailed information, like the timing of a bombing. And now we all have even more questions, adding oxygen to the story, not ending it. If the timing of a military bombing isn't secret classified information, then what is? And when they claimed it wasn't classified, well, they effectively dared Goldberg to release the remaining text that he had held back. And so once again, the story gets bigger. Now, The Atlantic today released just about all of the messages in the Signal chat, including Pete Hegseth's message, giving the exact timing of the strikes and the specific weapons that would be used against the Houthis. But National Security Advisor Waltz and other Republicans are hinting that something fishy may have happened when Goldberg was added to the chat. Take a listen.
No, Laura, I'm not a conspiracy theorist, but of all the people out there, somehow this guy who has lied about the president, who has lied to Gold Star families, he's the one that somehow gets on somebody's contact and then gets sucked into this group.
I do know Jeffrey Goldberg wasn't accidentally added to the text thread. It's interesting also that Jeffrey Goldberg held this information until the day before the Senate hearing. So it starts to look like a coordinated effort at some level.
Now, as a governor and managing the pandemic, we'll go back a few years, it was a massive crisis, and they had lots of misinformation, countless unanswerable questions. I immediately instilled in our team a protocol of complete transparency. You own the good, you own the bad. You own the mistakes, you own the successes. During the pandemic, I sometimes had to do multiple press conferences a day, often lasting hours, because whether people agreed with us or not, I was insistent that everyone had complete context of what we knew and why we were taking certain actions. This is why long-form podcasts are so popular today. Remember, America is hungry for the full story. They demand it. They want context. They want content. And they may agree or disagree, but they will always appreciate leadership that's open and transparent. Mistakes like this, I believe, are actually an opportunity to build credibility with the public and showing how you handle it. And actually, this was a great example because this was a big mistake, luckily, with minor consequences. Now, finally, I think there's even bigger context to all of this. Remember, it wasn't too long ago when we saw boxes of classified documents sitting in Joe Biden's garage behind his Corvette, and boxes of sensitive information removed from President Trump's Mar-a-Lago estate. This also exposed the fact that there are unknown amounts of classified information floating around in unsecured places. It's clear that documents like these still remain in the possession of, could be former CIA or FBI agents, maybe even former congressional staffers. These are all questions that came up before, and they all may still have access to these documents. We just don't know. So what are the control protocols? What changes have been made or still need to be made in terms of chain of custody processes with America's secrets? Well, we're going to dive into all of that and a whole lot more tonight.
Hey, thanks for watching. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your screen. And don't forget, click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.